Look what just arrived, the Ravyness Drakon. Basically, it's a dragon tarot. It looks kind of watercolory. It has some cool looking images on the outside here. So I definitely wanted to pick this up and check it out. In addition, I like the box. Nice, hard box. Looks pretty cool. It's actually kind of large too. I guess the size of the box kind of surprised me. So I'm interested to see what they did with the book and all of the other things with this particular deck. I do like sort of this little handle that opens the box. Again, hardbound box. Really good looking. Look at that. Nice. I like the little handle and the little stops on here so it hits my camera thing. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you do have inside, you're gonna have the book, which is a good sized book, and in color too, along with obviously the cards. Wow, those are big. That's what he said. Those are big. The inside of the box looks kind of sketch. Inside of the box was kind of sketch. So I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, anyway, so here's the back of the Ravyness Drakon Tarot. Very cool again. Very cool indeed. Let's check this out. Let's get it out of the plastic. If we can do that without damaging it, it'd be great. Okay, cool. All right, so we got it out of the plastic, and here's a quick look at what the cards look like. Now, again, these are very large cards. These are almost like an oracle-sized deck. Here are the sides. Again, there's the back, and you get 78 cards, a watercolor look and feel to it, and a pretty good-looking deck. I almost want to like break open the book first, because that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of excessive, I guess, having the full color image along with the with that. But there's very little text, I guess, comparatively to how big the book is, how big the book cards are and whatnot. I would have liked more text, sure, but that's a beautiful, beautiful looking book. There is the artist, and we'll look at the book more later. Right now, most people want to see the cards. What do they look like? What kind of things are we running into with the cards? The Fool is interesting. I like that. Sort of, we launched off, but we're just sort of, you know, a little bit left behind. What have we launched into? Card quality is kind of thin. It's coming up to here-ish. So I guess there, you know, you got to kind of do what you got to do. Magician. I like the clock angle with it. So we're sort of diving up into the clock, almost like we have control of time, which I kind of think is cool. It'd be interesting to get a tarot deck with different clock faces all over it, just to have that as a reference. You know, so you pull that deck when somebody says, how long is it going to be, what kind of month, time, and what have you. High Priestess, we got sort of the dragon in there. I guess we got the two sides of the tree as the pillars and whatnot. Empress, we have the children, obviously, with the Empress. Kind of a weird looking card, but so be it. Emperor is interesting. We have the, sort of a commanding presence. We've knocked over something, or we found something that is knocked over. Hierophant has some interesting things going on with it. I mean, sure, why not? Then we got the Lovers. Cool looking card. You got the big dragon here with the crow and whatnot. Almost looks like a, just sort of a tree thing. I'm not sure, I guess that's a heart pendant kind of thing. Kind of an interesting card, to say the least. We have the Chariot. We're moving towards things, getting things done. Then we have the Strength. They're the merging of the crow and the dragon. So looking back at each other. It's an interesting card. Hermit. There we go. Hermit, not sure what's going on. I guess the wing, the damaged wing and whatnot. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, sort of the wheels go round and round, dragons go round and round as well, with the tree being sort of warped to be the wheel. We have Justice, there we go, holding the scale. We have the traditional sword of the Justice card. We have Suspended, so hanging upside down, otherwise known as the Hanged Man, hanging off the dragon's wing. I like it, interesting. We have death, so we have a dead dragon, apparently, with the crow sort of hanging out with it. Again, with a little pendant, maybe a heart pendant almost. Well, not a heart pendant, I'm sorry. The end of the tail seems to be into a heart. Again, with the clock, again, sort of interesting. Temperance, sort of balancing things out, pouring from one vessel to the next. The devil, which looks kind of cool. And then we have the tower. Okay. A lot of crow action for the Drakon, the dragon, a lot of crow action indeed. The star, sort of the North Star action. We have the moon flying towards that. We have the submerged Loch Ness monster almost. We have the sun, reappearance of the clock, and sort of the dragon's head there. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, with the trees or the silhouette of the trees being rebirthed, and the world with the spin and all this other stuff of that. Ace of Cups, the emergence of there, and again with the watch, the clock faces in this thing. Two of Cups, the convergence, the Lord of Love. We have a nice little moon and a sun, sort of the convergence of those as well. Three of Cups, coming in with more clocks. And Three of Cups, sort of the children, the small, the adult, and what have you. Four of Cups, getting things we don't want, don't need. I guess it'd be interesting to see again, using the clock face as part of a tarot reading. The Five of Cups, I kind of like it. Six of Cups as well, also very cool. And the Seven of Cups, a little bit of a Starbucks or coffee shop, Starbucks image or what have you within the cup. I think that's kind of a cool thing. That's kind of interesting. It was interesting indeed. It has sort of ruins symbols in there. That is interesting to do something like that. That'd be kind of a cool tarot deck. Eight of Cups, a disappointment, the abandoning of things that we had in mind. Nine of Cups, a celebration of the party and what have you. And the Ten of Cups, the big party celebration, all of that good stuff. Page is, okay, we get the fish, which is normally in the page. Then we have the knight, which I guess the knight is going to be the travel of there. This is usually Mr. Romance, but doesn't look really romantic to me, I guess. Queen of Cups. Yeah, the deck is kind of samey. I have to say the deck is a little bit on the samey side. It looked like the pendant or the heart at the end of the tail is now hanging from there. Again, with a clock face and the cup being there. So Queen of Cups, water of water. And King of Cups, interesting. All right, Ace of Swords. I like that card. We have sort of the penetration of Kether. Again, with the images on the wings and what have you. Two of Swords, sort of balancing things out. I guess blindfolded in a weird way. Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the reemergence of the crow and whatnot, and again with the heart pendant being penetrated. Four of Swords, resting, relaxation, the sleep here, but not the sleep there. The Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. We have a lot of stuff on the dragon's wing. Six of Swords. I like this. This is interesting. I like the cloud formations coming out of the side. I think the dragon being reformed into a boat and heading towards civilization is kind of cool as well. The Seven of Swords, stealing, thieving, removing themselves, coming back somewhat. Eight of Swords, the restrictions put forth there. And then the Nine of Swords, interesting indeed. Now we have the Ten of Swords, the complete elimination. Again, with the clock face, and a lot of swords stabbed into the ground. Page is normally sort of bonding or sort of putting up with everything. Knight of Swords, we have a little bit of that action there. Queen of Swords, I'm not feeling it. I guess Cruella de Vil in a weird crow way. King of Swords, not feeling it. Ace of Wands. Very cool. I like how they sort of represented that from the cloud. Not a hand bringing it, but the crow is bringing it. Two of Wands. There you go. And the Three of Wands, looking out. So we have domain kind of thing here. Then we have the Three of Wands, looking out, scanning the environment for something. We have the traditional sea with the boats. We have the Four of Wands having a new home, new family kind of thing. Five of Wands with a conflict. A lot of crow actually conflicting with each other. This is weird. Almost like you have maybe an owl or something else. I don't know what kind of bird that is going on there with a pendant around them. It's almost like that they're avoiding the fight. They're avoiding the conflict. Six of Wands is interesting. The Lord of Victory, sure. Seven of Wands, the defensiveness that is required here. Eight of Wands, the movement, which should be pretty easy, but I'm surprised we don't have a dragon in the big movement card of the deck. Nine of Wands, injured warrior, wounded warrior. And the Ten of Wands, encumbered to the point of being useless. Page of Wands, kind of just holding on to what we have. Man, you know, the deck is kind of samey. It's kind of samey. I mean, we have the images here, we have the crow, we have a wand, and we have a dragon or a dragon wing. So you have like 5 elements, and it seems like that they just sort of tossed all the elements together in every card, sort of almost randomly in some of the cards. It's a cute deck. I think a lot of work went into creating this. I just wish it would have more variety in theme, or more variety in kind of, you know, where they're going with it. King of Wands and Queen of Wands look so similar. I mean, okay. Anyway, finally, we're coming down to the Pentacles. We got an Ace, Two of Pentacles. That's a good-looking card. That's a good-looking card. I think that has a lot more sort of built-in meaning to it than some of these other ones. I like that sort of the roundabout we have with the snake, with the Thoth, and some of the other Golden Dawn decks. You do, well, that's not Golden Dawn, OTO, whatever. Anyway, the Two of Pentacles being the choices, and the eternal Lamescate that's sort of built into that. Three of Pentacles, the work, the teamwork that is required there. Four of Pentacles, hanging on to what we have. Five of Pentacles, being broke, basically, having issues with that. Six of Pentacles, giving away, giving things out. Then we have the Seven, which is interesting, the sort of the planting. Eight with the work, the hard work, where you're sort of threading things. We're sort of threading the hanging things. Nine of Pentacles, the culmination that we have with the Seven of Pentacles, with everything coming about. Ten of Pentacles, the happy home, happy family. Then we have the Court card. Page. Knight, being proud of our environment. Yeah, not really feeling it. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And again, I mean, it's a nice big cards. These cute artwork. I kind of like the artwork. I like where they went with it. I just wish it wasn't so samey. In other words, every card looks kind of like every other card in somewhat, you know. And I guess there's not enough variance in it to sort of keep me interested throughout the deck. Like King of Cups, for example. I would have liked to have seen something that would be more representative of a king than just sort of pasting a dragon. Ten of Swords, kind of the same thing. Page of Swords and whatnot. But just a lot of sameness, right? You have the crow, you have the symbol, which is wand, swords, what have you. You have the dragon's tail with the heart at the end of the tail. You maybe have a dragon, you maybe have a dragon wing. It's just not a lot of variance, not enough variance to kind of keep me wanting to come back. I mean, you have so many other decks to choose from. I don't know, let me know what you think. I love the artwork. I think they did great. I think it just suffers from a little bit of a samey feel overall throughout the theme. But again, for a mass market deck, what can you do? Overall, the book is fantastic. This is a great book. This is a good looking book. You have this, Drakon and Ravyness shared lighthearted human stories in their live. Access for the have became a service easy fluidity. Cards indicates collaborative and supportive atmospheres found most significant to you, but be sure to listen close. When reverse, pay attention to the flow of a conversation, whatnot. I mean, sure. Obviously, it's centered around those characters, so those characters are going to be in every card. But, interesting. Let me know what you think. I think the majors really knocked it out of the park. I think the majors look pretty cool. I think the artwork overall is kind of nice and I love the thick book. I love the packaging. I love the card quality. I love the artwork. It's very, very cool. I like the big hardbound box with all the little features in it, especially the little handle so you can open it up easily and what have you. And I love the box quality is tight. Box quality is really tight. Let me know what you think of this deck. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time.